Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
UPS driver finds devastating note waiting from dog he visited on his route for years. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. A UPS driver in western Pennsylvania was moved to tears after receiving a heartbreaking note from a sick dog on his delivery route. Animals have a sneaky way of finding their way into our hearts, and it doesn't matter if they are actually our pets or not. Everyone loves being in the warm and happy presence of a furry, four-legged creature. But when a dog or cat we've encountered regularly is missing in action, that absence is felt and very noticeable. Feeling and noticing the sudden absence of a beloved, furry, four-legged friend is what happened to John Keffer, a delivery driver for the United Parcel Service in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, according to Newsweek. The outlet reports that John has a daily delivery route of nearly 30 miles across the Steel City. He picks up and drops packages off at commercial and private locations along his route in the Pennsylvania city. Along his route, in addition to the customers, John encounters a fair number of dogs. Knowing that he's likely to meet a canine and hoping to stay on the dog's good side, John always carries milk bones with him. When I first started to deliver, never thought about giving milk bones, John said. But I found out from other drivers that they would give dog biscuits to the dogs on their route. So I started to bring them in my lunch also. It started out as a sandwich bag full, then a quart-sized bag full daily, and now I'm up to a pocket full and a quart-sized bag daily. While doing his route, Rosie was one of the dogs John routinely encountered. However, one day, instead of delivering a package, John found a box of milk bones and a note addressed to him. In a video posted on TikTok, John shared the heartbreaking and gut-wrenching letter from Rosie. It thanked John for his years of kindness and for all the milk bones. She knew she would get a treat each time you came, the note read. The letter went on to explain Rosie's absence. Sadly, Rosie, who was 10 years old, had to be put down due to cancer. The note ends with directions for John, telling him what to do with the box of milk bones. Please take this gift and continue making dogs happy when you deliver packages. John admitted to Newsweek that the letter and gift hit him square in the heart. It caused him to shed a few tears. When you deliver to someone once a week or every day, you get used to their fur babies, John said. Even though you may only see them for a moment, doesn't mean that they don't leave their paw prints on your heart. And God created great whales and every living creature that moves, which the water brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Genesis 1:21.
Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Randy.
And we're from Salty Saints Podcast. We're a theology and apologetics podcast.
We hope to better equip you to be salt and light for your community. We hope that we can help you to go out and be a reflection of Jesus Christ to those around you, to your friends and your family, and especially to those that do not know Christ.
To find out more, subscribe at lifeaudio.com.
The Historical Jesus Podcast is the sweeping saga of the life and times of Galilean Jesus of Nazareth, as well as the faith, religion, and church founded to honor and disseminate his acts and teachings. Join me, Mark Vinette, on this fascinating journey through time, exploring the many great works of Christian theology, literature, architecture, music, and art inspired by the words and deeds of Jesus Christ.
Bear Grylls gets baptized in the same water as Jesus and says it's a dream come true. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. Bear Grylls shared he had recently fulfilled a dream by being baptized in the same body of water as Christ. For Christians, baptism is a major step in their faith and walk with the Lord. It's an outward sign of what has already taken place in that individual's heart. That person is signaling that Jesus Christ has come into their heart, forgiven them, and cleansed them of their sins. That person is making it known to others of their decision to follow Christ. In a post on social media, the Man vs. Wild star, Barry Grylls, shared that he had been baptized in the Jordan River. The Instagram post shows Bear standing in waist-deep water with eyes closed as he waits to be baptized. It had always been a dream of mine to get into the water that Jesus was baptized in by my hero, John the Baptist, Bear writes. In the post, Bear writes that many great things happened wherever the Savior of the world went. The story is so amazing, and it seems wherever Jesus went, that new birth, new life, a new vision followed. This is hardly the first time Bear has mentioned his faith and belief in Jesus Christ. In one interview, Bear mentioned what he has learned while being a man of faith. But I've definitely learned over my life through a lot of difficult times. Whether it's military stuff or losing people on big expeditions on high mountains, I've definitely learned it takes a proud man to say he never needs any help, he said. I'm not that man. I do need help sometimes. And my faith has been that to me. It's been a real quiet strength and a real glue to our family as well. In another interview, Bear touched on his own personal faith and how it has sustained him through difficult situations. My faith isn't very churchy. It's a pretty personal, intimate thing and has been a huge source of strength in moments of life and death, he said. At the heart of Christianity is the belief that we are loved and held and forgiven, and I try not to complicate my faith beyond that. In writing for GQ magazine, Bear mentioned how he tried to live without faith. He admits that his attempts at doing so failed miserably. For many years, I tried to do without it. I tried to be strong only in myself, but the truth is that I'm not. I need a helping hand, a peace within, and that quiet assurance for my future. He who has faith is given baptism, will get salvation, but he who has not faith will be judged. Mark 16:16.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
Hey there, it's Carly Mercourier, host of Therapy and Theology, a weekly podcast that explores popular topics and questions related to faith, feelings, and spiritual formation. Subscribe at lifeaudio.com.